kindly for the keeper.
I think Everton as well have gained a little experience. They've learned a bit from Villarreal, because remember Soreen for them playing on the left side, but he kept on drifting across the pitch and, you know, set up the second goal of Goodison from the right. Well, Grigori is similar tonight, and they seem to be dealing with it.
Grigori, so won it for Petre, and on by Zico, and Petre! It's in! Bucuresti hurled his frame at it, got there ahead of Yobo, and David Moyes will feel déjà vu. 25. Don't score anyway. Yobo. By Pullhack. Grigori. A really constructive match. In towards Zico. And back for Bratu. And now Florentin Petre! Oh, terrific goal. Terrific goal, and Everton really up against it now. Nigel Martin beaten for the third time on the night, for the second time in the half, and for the second time really deftly in the half. Petre is a gifted striker of the ball, and he hit it with zest into the top corner, and Everton have, if not amounted, a fairly steep hill to climb from this point in.
I think you have to applaud the finish again, because it's superbly struck. Fantastically hit, and again, goalkeeper has absolutely no chance to get near it. The disappointing thing from Everton's viewpoint, as soon as Yobo won the challenge, and it was a good challenge to read the little flick, you know, it's gone to Petre, and look, he's got all the time in the world to get it out of his feet. He should have been closed down quicker, and that shouldn't have been allowed. Although, superb hit, can't take away from that.
I'm afraid it's at times like this that you have to look at where Everton are just now. Here is Bratu! Oh, word, it could have been worse still. I'm afraid you were seeing pictures of the coach when that shot was hit by Bratu. And I'm afraid also that we are at the behest of the Romanian director, who is responsible for the pictures you're seeing. But there was the hit from Bratu that you didn't see, which gladly from Everton's point of view went behind. But Everton have lost 5 out of 6 games this season. They're on the cusp now of losing 6 out of 7. They've gone out of the Champions League before it really began, and they are in danger now, only mild danger, because there's an awful lot of this tie still to play, and there's a noisy night in Goodison still to come. But they're in danger of wasting all the good work they did last season.
Trevor and Robbie spoke about it at the start. You know, it's a pivotal game, considering Arsenal to come Highbury on Monday night, and they don't want to suffer any more of a dent in confidence and morale now. This is crucial. I mean, another goal tonight would be a massive plus now.
Well, this is an interesting change for Everton, which I'm almost certain will result in a slight change of shape, because Simon Davis has given way to Kevin Kilban, who, of course, played a lot of the Villarreal tie left full back. He won't do that now, that's for sure. Seems to have gone into the same central midfield position, actually. McFadden remains wide. Kilban through the middle, the Irish international who won his 66th cap the other day and broke a record for consecutive international appearances against France. What can he bring to the party, Jim?
Well, Kevin Kilban always has a great attitude. He'll bring some drive to it, and they're obviously going to try and get Cahill up in support of Marcus Bent a little bit quicker with Kilban coming on there, and it's needed because he's been, as I said before, unsupported in the second half. But that's a wonderful strike again. I mean, the pitch, I think, helped in that instance, just bobbling up, but he really caught it in the instep. It flew into the far corner from Petre. Great finish.
Tony has a reason for pride. Whilst Everton were, to say the least, unfortunate when they went behind in the first half, I've got to say that Dinamo Bucuresti have earned their advantage in the second.
Well, we were wondering why they didn't come out like that at the start of the match. You know, considering Everton are a little vulnerable at the moment, and the fact that they had a big win at the weekend, they were strangely quiet for the opening of the match.
Nuno Valente. Back by Margaretescu. Cahill out-jumped by Goyan. Forward again by Nuno Valente. Rolled out by Motti. Taken up by pleca. Wide for Petre. And Everton are vulnerable again here. It's Petre's cross. And Bratu! It's getting away! Florin Bratu, 4-1 Dinamo. And let me tell you that this stadium, if it had a roof, would have lost it now, because these people are jumping up and down. It is cacophonic. It's all red. It is all Dinamo. It is 4-1.
I mean, again, the thing to look at is the space. I mean, I think they got a little bit lucky, particularly Bratu, with the ball coming off David Weir's head. He's trying to get a deflection on it, but it goes straight to him. And again, he's time to get the ball under control. And it is another excellent finish. But Everton have unravelled here. You know, second half, I'm afraid they've fallen apart.
It is the first time that Everton have ever conceded 4 goals in a European game. And, well, the away goal finally wins it. By Tamash. Rolled up for Muntianu. Everton are light at the back. Ziku. And again Muntianu. And here is Bratu! It's 5! It's 5! Everton are drowning here. They've gone under. And it's hard to see how this can be retrieved. Florin Bratu with his second goal of the night in second half stoppage time. Dinamo's 5th. And Everton will head home with tails between legs.
I think the dejection is complete now, isn't it? And you have to admire the way they finished tonight. Muntianu delayed the pass onside, and again it was very, very well taken from Bratu. He's made a good impact since he's come on. But dear oh dear, what a sad night. A night that promised much at half-time. And it's just gone terribly, terribly wrong, hasn't it?
Horribly wrong for Everton. And even now, the second away goal, which we were praying for on their behalf a short while ago, even that would struggle to stop you stretching credulity in terms of turning the second leg round. A 4-goal deficit has been a turnaround in Europe before, but it doesn't happen very often. Here is Muntianu, and here is Bratu on a hat-trick, and goal side of Yobo. It's Bratu into the side netting.
I think he looked up, to be fair to him, Bratu. I know he's on a hat-trick. I think he looked up, but there was nothing in support, so he's gone for it. Those poor Everton fans, I mean, the trip they've made as well. I mean, how bad is it for them?
Oh, they've paid £300 for the day trip, Everton fans. There are 1,400 of them. And whilst it's a badge, they can say I was there, and football fans love to be able to say that. This really isn't what they came for. They took the day off work and splashed out. And you really feel for them. Here is Neville. And Osman. And Hibbert going beyond him. And Hibbert's played in a half-decent cross, and Cahill has risen. And Mossy got it away, and Neville hit it hard, and it bounced out for Ziku. And the final whistle goes, which in a sense is a blessing for Everton, because that has been one horrible, horrible second half for them. At half-time, so much was promised. So much had been displayed, but Nigel Martin at times was nastily exposed, indeed faultless, throughout that second half onslaught. And things went from bad to worse to really absolutely nasty for Everton. Torn apart, a couple of goals for Bratu, one for Petre, one for Ziku, and they simply had no answer. It will require a miracle at Goodison in 2 weeks from now, because Everton have lost in Bucharest by 5 goals to 1.
It started very well for Everton tonight in Bucharest. They had the balance of play against Dinamo for 20-odd minutes, Yobo going close, but 1-0 when it came was Niculescu's goal, 26 minutes, 29 minutes, 1-1. Yobo's header from a set piece, and that's how it was at half-time. 2-1 Dinamo early in the second half, Ziku with the goal, and then 2 in quick succession around 70 minutes. Petre and then Bratu, 4-1 and 5-1 on 90 minutes. What did Moyes think? Lucky the sound's down, I think. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think, Trevor, Stephen and Robbie Earl, we got a bit carried away at half-time because we said this was a match Everton could win. Well, and in the end, they've been pummelled.
We were talking about them nicking it, but I don't think we could have said how they... I thought they handed the initiative back to Dinamo at half-time. Almost went into retreat, and as poor as Dinamo were in the first half, Everton were worst in the second, I'd have to say.
How did that happen, Trevor? How was it that... Because you must assume that the home team at 1-1 are going to come out with the coach's words ringing in their ears and go and try and grab the initiative, and yet Everton didn't seem to combat that.
At half-time, I was very, very comfortable with the way things had gone, really comfortable. Second half, Everton was so deep, it was unbelievable. The space that was given, the challenges here from Yobo that didn't land. Zico, fair enough, he's had a great finish. Yeah. But you don't let anybody cross from there. That's a basic. Don't let them cross. Niculescu gets a great ball in, and Zico finishes extremely well. And nothing that Nigel Martin could do about it. So that's a terrible start to the second half.
That was 52 minutes, And from that point, really, from the 2-1...
It was almost like there was poor reactions on the pitch, and that was highlighted more so in the third goal, because you actually see Yobo makes a good challenge as this comes in. The ball comes in, watch Yobo go to ground, there. Now look at the reaction from the blue shirts. Look how much time Trey has to set himself, hit the shot, albeit it's a great shot and it flies back. But look at that distance there. There's 3 defenders. No one's really making the effort to get there.
In fact, it's the backtracker who gets closest.
Valente gets close, he almost dives out of the way. It's a great strike, take nothing away, but there just wasn't that kind of reaction that we expect from Everton. When things aren't going right, the next man does the job for you.
And then quickly, bad to worse, Trevor, and as you say, just too much space to play in, these boys.
Well, that move actually came from the right-back position that Bucuresti had, and 2 passes, and they were all of a sudden outside the Everton half, and it was a great finish. It was a really good finish. Again, Nigel couldn't do anything about it, but so deep, and it's the last ditch challenge there from Hibbert. So the damage was already done. The confidence had been shattered, and I did say this previously. I just wondered how that Everton's confidence had been shattered, or at least fractured a little bit.
As we were watching, you're saying self-belief must be so fragile in this team, in this club, that any setback is sort of compounded.
I was hoping at half-time they'd get out there and just set out the stall, make it nice and tight in midfield, but play it in the Bucuresti half.
And you're hoping they nick a goal, to be honest. You're hoping if they can get one back, give us a 2-goal
4-2 looks so much better,
It's so much more definite. And we thought he was coming at one stage. Big Duncan was thrown on, gives him the opportunity to get set pieces, and he does exactly what you expect, Duncan. I've got to say, it's a brilliant save. I think Bill Ken might be in the stand saying, well, Italian referee would have probably disallowed it anyway, because he's still having therapy. But it's a fantastic save, and it was a crucial save, so it might just have brought them back.
Well, absolutely, because 4-2, you'd have come out with it with
a chance.
Yes, and then they go right down the other end, and well, you hope they don't kill the tie, but it certainly doesn't help.
Well, it's late in the game, and this has happened. That happened a lot, though, during the game, that Hibbert, Yobo and David Weir were caught a bit flat-footed, and runners were allowed to go. And again, it's a decent finish. Nigel will be a little bit upset he didn't keep it out. But I did think at 4-1, if that effort from Ferguson gone in, that taking Bucuresti to Goodison, a 3-0 victory is not out of the question.
No.
Certainly if they get an early goal, but now it's another story.
It is. It is. More from the boys very shortly, but let's get some reaction from out in Bucharest. I would imagine the Everton camp shell-shocked, but David Weir, he's speaking to Gabriel Clark.
Half-time. Yeah, we fell apart in the second half. Really disappointed with that. We're only sorry, for the fans that travelled. Was it a loss of concentration? Was it a loss of belief? I'm not sure. We need to go in and speak about it now, but it's not acceptable, so very disappointed. You put it down to poor defending, poor team play, not good play from them. Bit of everything, but we're disappointed. 5-1, can you turn the tie around? I know you've got a lot to think about. We'll do our best, Thanks for joining us.
Yes, good of David Weir to give us his thoughts. Clearly couldn't really find the words to explain the disappointment Everton must be feeling right now. I'd imagine a few harsh words being spoken in the dressing room. We'll take a short break. More reaction when we come back.